All Good Just a Week Ago is a series and compilations of stories that are focused around dating. So me and my best friend Erica, we decided to write this book based upon some short conversations that we were having with one another on a day-to-day. So we decided, why not bless the world with some perspective on why dating is so important to do with just a lot of faith and also a lot of determination for when it doesn't go right. And here we are. So the inspiration behind wanting to write All Good Just a Week Ago is because we really felt that there was not a book out there really discussing the reality of what it's like when things don't go right. And then it's also those dating books that tell you, oh, you're a woman, so you have to do X, Y, and Z in order to get your perfect man. And that's not the case. There's no real perfect formula because everybody is different on their journey. But what we wanted to focus in on was the fact that there is a particular way that you should go about dating if you want to garner specific results, which is success and love and no settling. These are things that we are not about. I'm personally most excited about the fact that I feel that people are going to read this book and totally change how they approach dating. So if there are particular standards that they have already set, they are going to make sure that those are met in order to move ahead with success. No more of this, oh, he seems like a really nice guy, or she got a real fat booty, so let me just bypass the things that I feel are not going to work best for me in my future. Because you got to keep in mind, the person that you end up being with is a person that you want to see in your life for a long time. If this is something that you decide to go forward with, you decide to procreate with this person, do you want this person's gene and makeup to be in the product of your child? Think about that. I feel like this book is needed because when I was in my 20s, I needed to know more about what not to look for in a man. Because I was just so focused on, oh, he looks good. Oh, he has a nice job. He has some dinero. But none of those things are really going to be the longevity of what a successful ultimate relationship should look like for us. And the same goes for guys as well. You may see a woman and on paper, she everything. But when you really get to the core of her spirit, it's dark, tarnished, and nasty. So I feel that this book is really going to promote people being their best selves in a relationship in order to really see their dreams come true as it relates to love. My favorite dating story in the book is The Wait, because it was actually where I was dating this fellow who had horrible breath, okay, Dr. Boo Boo Breath, okay, is what his name is in the book. And he dumped me. He dumped me because he said that I needed to move back to my hometown. I wasn't having it. I said, no, sir. And in the interim of him dumping me, I ended up meeting my husband. Shout out to Brian Forbes. So the most difficult part of actually getting this book out to the public was the fact that aside from us being in a pandemic, I was also recovering from a really major surgery that had me kind of loopy at times. I was really tired. And then also the fact that I was writing in New York and Erica was writing in LA. So there was always that back and forth just to make sure that we were coinciding on our stories, the way that we wanted to project our stories and things of that nature, that it would have been a little easier if we were in the same room. But we made it work, and here we are. As a first-time author, I feel truly blessed that I was able to accomplish something that I didn't necessarily see myself ever doing in the first place. I never saw myself to be an author because I don't really like to write per se, but I do love telling a good story. So this made me feel really accomplished. Kingdom dating, for me, in my perspective, is when you actually allow God to orchestrate your love life, meaning that you let go of what it is that you see to be the best for yourself. You work and collaborate with God to make sure that your wants and desires line up with what He has for you. I made a list. I gave it to the Lord. He checked it out, and I was able to really walk into my dating experiences once I had that conversation with Him to make sure that I was in alignment with His will for my life as it related to my dating. And He was able to really forecast for me that my obedience would yield very blessed results. And it did. Erica and I chose to discuss kingdom relationships because we felt that there was something that was not being spoken about in the world, really. And I also felt that we wanted to give a fresh perspective on kingdom dating from a younger age group demographic as opposed to like a preacher's wife. No shade to them, but a lot of people want to be able to relate to something that they can actually be in tune with, and everybody can't be in tune with the pastor's wife, right? But what about the young sisters and brothers that's out here really just wanting to engage in some healthy relationships that would give them the opportunity to love with someone and be reciprocated in that equation? So I feel that me and Erica, because we are people who really love Christ, but we are also very much understanding of how this can look when you're just in the world trying to navigate in dating, we were able to give a really fresh perspective that's funny, that's relatable, and also enjoyable to read. In closing, I would like to say that I believe that All Good Just a Week Ago is a very authentic reflection of what it looks like to date in 2020 with the agenda of being successful in your love life as it relates to what God has best planned for you.